Next on Watch the Damn Tape, we're going to get into that action from Friday night in Unrivaled. First game, Lunar Owls versus the Laces. Lunar Owls come out with the win 75-73. Skylar Diggins Smith, 16 points. Alicia Grace, 19 points. Nafisha Collier with 26 points. Nafisha Collier was in foul trouble most of this game. She had 4 fouls in the first quarter. The first half. Got another foul in the third, and she stayed in the game the rest of the way. Stephanie Dolson with 12. Kayla McBride, 26 points, 9 of 14, 6-8. Michaela McBride was knocking down threes, had 21 points in the first half, 5 points in the second, and that was huge. Tiffany Hayes, 6 of 13, 17 points. She fouled out in the fourth. Jackie Young coming in her first action of the season, had 12. Kay Martin only had 4. And Natisha Heidemann, the all-around temp 6th woman of the year, she had 2 points. Second, she's just been around the league. She fills in for everybody that's got an injured player. This game was interesting. The flow of the game started out first quarter, not that many fouls called. The pace was back and forth. They were letting them play. There was some bumping that could have been called, but the ref swallowed the whistle. It was nice to see, and you're thinking, okay, man, this is gonna be a good one. Maybe the refs finally got the point that the fans have been saying. Hey, man, the game is too choppy. Second quarter comes, and it just bogs down everything. Either a moving screen, too handsy. Whenever these women get tired, they get very sloppy. Very sloppy. And there were some plays in the second quarter that had you scratching your head. Stephanie Dolson was under the basket, and she was guarded by Skylar Diggins. And Stephanie Dolson could not make a point blank shot right at the cup. And you're just sitting there like, good grief. Here we go again. Second quarter, they went back and forth. Lace put up got a little lead on them. And towards the end of the second quarter, Sarah Kustak and Brendan Glasheen were doing the call. They do every call, or they have since that first weekend. Though the Lunar Owls were down, Napisha Collier was in foul trouble, and Brendan Glasheen says, "I've never seen a game with this many fouls in the first half. I wonder, are the refs going to change the way they call the game, because the third quarter is usually the most drama-filled quarter. I've never heard an announcer say that, are the refs going to change the style of refereeing in a game? Usually the players have to adjust to this referee crew, so on and so forth." And then Sarah came in real quick and she tried to clean it up. But what he said was already documented. Fast forward to the third quarter. Nobody's hitting shots. Plays kind of slanting towards the Lunar Owls. Napisha Collier picks up her 5th. And then Glasheen says, "I don't think can the co-CEO of the league foul out of a game?" And I knew right then, man, this is almost like, you remember back in the 80s, the Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling, Glow? It was kind of like fake women's wrestling. Unrivaled starting to become fake basketball, because Kayla McBride didn't do any more shooting. First half, Tiffany Hayes was driving to the basket constantly, drawing fouls, eating Napisha Collier's lunch. Fourth quarter rolls around. Napisha's already got her 5th. She's playing off on Tiffany Hayes most of the third. They come in after a little run. They bring Tiffany Hayes in. First play, Tiffany Hayes comes in. They clear the floor. It's her and Napisha Collier one-on-one, and she can take her right to the rack. Napisha's either got to give up the play, make a defensive play, or foul. And she's out the game. Tiffany Hayes doesn't even drive. She shoots a three, hits the front of the rim. And you're sitting there like, man, come on. Y'all got to where y'all were at by penetrating and kicking out somebody shooting a three, McBride shooting a three, Tiffany Hayes taking it to the cup, getting fouled, doing an and one, whatever. They completely changed what they were doing. Completely changed. Fourth quarter, late in the fourth, the refs changed the tempo of the game. It's going back and forth, back and forth. The Laces make a few errors, and then the Lunar Owls end up pulling it out. But you just had to look back at the game, and you're like, man, okay. 18 fouls each team. They both shot well. Lunar Owls shot 58. The Laces shot 56. It's just a few little plays. And it was like the refs decided, okay, we're gonna get in the game, and we're gonna muck it up like the WNBA for a little bit, and then we're gonna come back and let them just play a free for all. But we're gonna bite the whistle on certain plays, because even in the fourth, Napisha Collier drove to the basket on Tiffany Hayes and basically just gave her a shoulder. They called a blocking, they didn't call a charging. And even the announcers were like, ooh, the stadium's holding their breath to see if Napisha's going to get called. And I was like, dude, you've already told us. She can't foul out. She's a CEO. So that was a little disheartening to hear that guy say that during the game. I've never heard an announcer call a game. I mean, it's almost like, we know wrestling's fake, but even they can make it look real. And that dude, he slipped on that one. But that was that first game. That was a crushing blow for the Laces. I know they took that one hard. Lunar Owls are undefeated. That second game, we're going to get into that next. Second game, Rose, Phantom. Phantom, only one win. Rose with only one win. Phantom get the win 75-63. Sabrina Ionescu balled out. 32 points. 7 to 10 from the 3-point line. Sabali 13, 3 or 4 from the 3-point line. They shot 56% from the field. The Rose shot 42% from the field. The Phantom shot 63% from the 3-point line. Nuts. The Rose were 3 of 16 from the 3-point line. That was pretty much the game. The Rose shot 42%. Angel Reese with 13 points. She was 5 of 8. She had 2 real nice blocks. I have to give her credit. She had 2 nice blocks. She had one on Natasha Cloud on back-to-back plays. She picked a rock in open court. Pretty impressive at the like I said, midcourt. Picked her clean. Real nice. Came back the next possession and swatted her shit on the baseline. Real good play. It was good to see it because her game's still funky. She still seems like she doesn't know her body. She's not fluid when she moves. When she drives to the basket, she's like out of control. It's very weird for her to be, 22, 23, and she plays like an 8-year-old at times. It's real weird. Kalia Copper, 10 points, 5 of 15, sucked. Chelsea Gray, 16 points, 7 of 20. Azura Stevens, 19, and Lexi Hull, 5. They need to play Miss Stevens a little more. Miss Stevens' height alone, and she can move. She's like 6'6". She moves very well. They got to mix that lineup up. They got to play her a little bit more in this next game that they play. It just came down to Sabrina Ionescu. Sabrina Ionescu could not be denied. Hit a freaking 3 off of one leg to end the half. Incredible. They play totally different. That Sabali chick, she's up and down. She's real up and down. When she's on, she's on. When she's off, she looks like she needs to go back to college. But when she's on, she's real streaky. But when she gets hot from three, it's watch out. And plus with her height, man, she's a problem. It's just she's just weird. She's just real weird to me. But Phantom get the win, second win of the season. And I'm thinking that they're probably going to get that fourth spot just with Sabrina Ionescu. With what Sabrina Ionescu brings to that table, and how she's now that she's back from France. I know they've gotten a little time to play with each other. You could see that they're playing a whole lot better, and they're getting more familiar with each other. But yeah, and I thought Natasha Cloud had a great game too, real good. I mean, real good. I mean, penetrated, was real aggressive on both ends. So yeah, they played well. They played well. Rose gotta shape it up before next game. They play the Laces, so Laces coming off a back-to-back, so Rose they gotta put it together. They gotta put it together. But I'd love to know what you guys thought about the game. Leave your comments below. New subscribers, thank you for rocking with me. Old subscribers, thank you for continuing to push me to make this content. Hit that like, share, and that subscribe button. Hit that bell to get notified when I drop my next video. And until next time, folks, peace.